me? There we are. We're at the MGM Grand in the Gold Buckle Zone for the Wrangler NFR Countdown Show. Are you guys excited about round 9? Okay, I'm going to need lots of crowd involvement for this segment because it's going to get a little crazy. Please welcome to the stage our new superstar in rodeo talent. Oh, wait, hosting rodeo talent, Miss Alexis Bloomer. That was good. We have stairs for you, sister.
See if I can get this off.
Yeah.
Well, they told me it'd be cooler if I jumped up and made it a little dramatic.
Oh, well, it does. You
Well,
look like a gymnast.
You guys look so official.
Now, hey, girl, you've had a show at Cowboy Christmas. How's it gone?
It's been phenomenal. I think a lot of you guys have actually been there. Some of you have. First of all, y'all guys need to smile. It's the 9th round of the NFR. Are you excited?
They're ticked because they don't have rodeo tickets.
Oh, it's okay. Well, they're getting to watch y'all, which is the next best thing.
That's right. Girl, I have seen, I will say, I don't know, I'm going to show my age, but decade ago, a consultant from ESPN said, I don't know what it is about your job, but I get more applications for your job than any job in the world on ESPN, whether it's a barrel racer, rodeo queen, buckle bunny, it doesn't matter. They all think they can do this job, right?
True.
But
she said buckle bunny. I
love it.
That.
She said that.
I love it, baby.
It's true. I agree completely.
But this little girl, let me just tell you, she did it the right way.
Thank you.
It wasn't just, I know a few cowboys, I think I can do this. Talk about, you really have studied it.
Yes, definitely. I went to amazing university, the Dan Rather School of Journalism at Sam Houston State University, and I actually got the opportunity to go and study with Dan Rather for a summer in New York.
Which I'm so jealous of.
It was amazing. And actually, he was going to come to the rodeo the other night and watch my show, and he couldn't make it. But still, it's just, I've had a really great, my producer that's here with me today, she's actually helped me so much. When I was 16 years old, I got my first gig writing stories for Rodeo News magazine. And I've always been someone that's just super passionate about the rodeo world, and people like y'all. I think y'all are the most interesting people in sports. And I think that there's so many stories to be told, like that haven't been told yet. Mm-hmm. So I just really threw my passion into it, and I went for 4 years, graduated on time, so that I could be out here at the NFR and have my own show.
I want it, for lack of, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Watching you walk down New York City was probably like watching the little girl in Legally Blonde walk through Yale Law School.
Very true. Yes, you're not lying.
What did they think of you?
Well, it's funny. I actually had a pair of boots in my room, and my roommate there, I had a roommate from India, one from the Dominican Republic, one from Boston, one from North Carolina. So we all had this little flat together, and I walked in, I had like 20 bags, and I'm like walking in a little dress and heels, and they're like, oh God. And I was the only blonde in New York, I swear. I don't know what it was. People would come up to me and just touch my hair, and I'd be like, what is going on? I'm on a subway, you're freaking me out. Of course, I'm from a small town with no stoplights, so it was a culture shock. But it was funny, I had my boots in there, and my roommates all walked in and just stared one day, and I was like, hey, can I help you? And they're like, are those real cowboy boots? I said, is there fake cowboy boots? Like, there are, but I was just so shocked that she asked that. So they came up and started touching my boots, feeling them. They were just so amazed by it. And then I wore them out one time with a little skirt. I was walking down New York because I lived right on Union Square with a skirt and boots, and everybody's just like, oh, God. Everybody was stopping taking pictures with me. My boots, I'm like, Justin, I'm giving you a lot of advertisement out here. So,
Yeah.
But, yeah, a lot of people after that said they wanted some.
Well, she spent the summer in New York with Dan Rather, came home, always so driven, never, always on that one path. And then there came along this boy.
Oh, God.
I'm kind of in shocked when I saw the picture on Facebook. And here's my question, because I know your daddy. Oh.
It was interesting.
How long did you date Sage Kimsey before you broke the news to him?
It's so funny. Everybody keeps asking me that. We have been...
And how did he handle it?
Well, let me just start from the beginning.
Because I know how Stran would handle it if Selah broke the news that he's dating.
A bull rider.
She was dating a rodeo cowboy. Yeah, yeah.
Well, Sage is a little wild. He was a little wild in the past year, but he's been my best friend, and we've gotten along so well. And no one really knew that we have literally talked every day for over a year now, for a while. So we've kind of been each other's comfort, and then along the way, I just kind of got a crush on him, and I guess he's always had a crush on me, he said. So it kind of worked out, and it's funny, I guess.
And Daddy, you're not answering the question.
3 months ago, I told my dad, he came down to Waco for the WPRA finals to watch his sister. And we were sitting there, and he said, I want you to be my girlfriend. And I said, well, I got to talk to my dad first. Because my dad always said, you could be friends with him, but you're not dating Sage Kimsey. I was like, okay. So I finally, my dad.
You sweating, Stran?
He's like, whoo, it's getting hot in here. No, but it's funny because I had to wait for my dad to get home. He was on a hunting trip. So I was waiting for like 2 days, and it was like agonizing. He kept asking me if he talked to him yet. And then he's like, well, I'll call him. And I was like, that is a terrible idea. Please don't call him. So basically, my dad got home, and I said, hey, Dad, Sage drove down 10 hours to take me on a date. And he was just like, what? And I said, yeah, I think we're dating. And he said, I don't know. My mom probably can answer this better. He was a lot more calm with it than I thought he would be. But later that night, he texted me and said, were you joking? And when I was upstairs in my room, I don't think he really believed it. But now he loves Sage. My whole family loves him. And he's been really great to me.
And it's been kind of a dogfight. He came in with quite a lead.
He did.
He still is probably the favorite. But what's the discussion going on with you guys?
Well, it's funny, he's probably one of the most focused people I've ever met in my entire life. He's a competitor by nature. He loves it, and he thrives off of energy, people doubting him like that's been going on. I'm sure Stran's been in the situation a lot where after you have a few bad nights, people start doubting you, but Sage always remains positive. It's incredible. He might be mad for a few seconds, but he'll have his seconds and be done with it and start smiling again, which is something I've always admired about him because I'll throw a little temper tantrum and be like, that did not go my way. But he's just been so positive about it, and I don't know, have you been watching the bull riding any?
Oh, yeah.
He's made a few phenomenal rides, but he hasn't been marked, I don't think, what he thinks he should be.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, I feel like that's happened to them too, because the stock's really ranked this year. So,
Yeah.
But I still think he's going to come out on top.
Yeah. How many are rooting for Sage Kimsey, world champion?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you for being
Of course,
with us.
thank you guys. I appreciate it.
All right, we got a man in the house here, the MGM host, JJ Harrison. I hear you've got some guests.